Hey, what about me? it's gonna scratch my roof.
Ooh, might be a little scratch, Uncle James.
Maybe. That's a nice job, kid.
Let's see if you can get out.
I don't know, you're a tough act to follow.
Might need some help.
I hate the reverse on this thing. Uncle James needs to put a different speed controller in the truck.
Yeah.
I don't like having a delay on my reverse.
A delay?
A delay. It's like driving the WL Toys Wrangler. Like driving Rowdy Wrangler.
Need a hug?
Nope. Bronco's doing good today after I reverse acclimated the tires. I put my tires by my wood stove and got them nice and warm, and then I hot glued the air holes shut on them for reverse acclimation. That way the tires sink down around the foam, giving me plenty of traction in the snow. Reverse acclimation, guys, reverse acclimation. And alright guys, since these nice tires are glued onto these wheels, wheels do have air holes in them, one right there, one on the corresponding side. I'm going to do some reverse tire acclimation on these tires. I'm going to put these tires over by the wood burner over yonder and get them nice and warm, and then hot glue them. Hot glue the holes closed, and that way when I take them out in the cold temperatures, they're really going to condense and hopefully give me a little bit more squish for traction. Don't know, just an experiment. Gonna try it. Reverse acclimation. Alright guys, taking a little break in the action here. I got my glue gun plugged in, letting it warm up here. They're all warmed up. Getting these tires out one at a time. And then just gluing these holes shut in the rims. Tires are nice and warmed up. They've been sitting by the fire for quite some time now. The initial hot glue gun idea I got from Ryan Shea for using a hot glue gun to acclimate the tires. This time I'm doing reverse acclimation. I put the tires by the wood burner, let them warm up, get them nice and warm, and bringing them over here one at a time and gluing them shut. That way when I take it out in the snow, the tires will condense and actually give me more traction because it's going to flatten out the tire. And since it's hot glue, it's not necessarily permanent. Yep, that is hot glue, as they advertised. So those are both glued up on both ends there. One tire is complete. I'm gonna let this one cool down here and grab another tire. And we also painted the tires on the TRX4 Bronco. Painted the white letters on there. That is one of my little favorite things to do, is painting tire letters inside and out, both sides. And also put a body lift on the truck as well. Raised up the body 2 notches on the body posts. Raised up the front bumper, reversed the bracket around. Left the rear bumper the way it is. Probably get a front bumper mount for the back. And what else did we do to the truck? Also put on some headlights and some taillights.
That are pink.
Still need to get a couple more bulbs for the side marker lights there. A couple bulbs short.
riding on the rails.
You are riding on the rails. On some snowmobile trails.
Hey, you just said my line.
I know, I'm good for that. And we're back, guys. Well, everybody is sleeping in my house. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm whispering. Sharpie, orange, neon, lenses from the lights. Gonna color this turn signal lens. As it turns out, it really doesn't have any spots for lights. So I went ahead and drilled a small hole in this, well, where the bulb indicator was on the sticker, basically. Gonna have to wall these out a little bit. Gonna take the lights off the WL Toys Wrangler and put them into this truck. Since the WL Toys Wrangler body is kind of shot at the moment, cold weather, bad paint job, you know, the paint's all flaking apart on it, so gonna take the lights and put them into the Bronco for the moment. But right now I'm gonna use this Sharpie and color the indicator lens down here. The other indicators on the truck are already colored lenses, so they'll be okay. But these are the only ones that are clear, so I'm gonna hit them with the neon Sharpie. Got these in a big pack. There's a big pack right there. Orange one seems to work good. I've seen this on RC Sparks channel. And it worked pretty good in there. I'm sorry, it's upside down. There you go. The reverse acclimation on the tires worked pretty good, guys. I went up to my barn and this tire was sucked in pretty good. It still is sucked in right now. But it still has a foam in it, right? So when you're rolling, the tire bounces back, so it puts down a pretty good footprint. And the sidewalls on these tires, guys, even though they look relatively square, they flatten out pretty nice. It doesn't really leave a square edge. It doesn't want to dig it. It flattens out real nice across the top. So I really like these tires. It's just a shame that they're glued onto these wheels. That's a real bummer. This corner up here is going to be kind of tough to hit. Don't know what I'm going to do to get into this corner. Doesn't quite get in there. It's going to be difficult. And as it turns out, if you apply enough pressure, you can fit this into here. Not too shabby. Got to remember that this is going through that chrome grill. So that's all you're seeing. Yeah, that's from Medic Aaron R.C. Sparks. That's where I seen that idea. Great idea, Aaron. What's happening, everyone? All right, so the truck is back together. Sorry for whispering. A lot of people are sleeping in my house right at the moment, parents and whatnot. Guys, the truck is finished. The tires were reverse acclimated. They worked awesome. Flattened out the treads real well. Hooked up unbelievable. The first time I ran this truck, just the way it was stock, I took it out, was running it in the snow, and I'll be honest with you guys, my twin hammers was really taking the spotlight away from the TRX4. And that was with my 10-year-old niece driving the twin hammers. The twin hammers was just out crawling the TRX4 everywhere, all through the snow. And it was just mainly because these tires have foams in them. They're glued to the wheels. They had air holes in them. It just wasn't hooking up. Real good tires, awesome tires. It's a darn shame that they're glued to these wheels. It would have been nice if Traxxas would have either not glued them to the wheels or gave you some plastic beadlocks or something where you could salvage these tires, because these are great tires. So nevertheless, guys, what I ended up doing is I obviously put the tires by my wood burner, got them nice and warm,
hot glued the air holes shut. Tires condense down around the foam. When you go outside, the air condenses inside the tires, shrinking them down. Since there's foams in here, they can't shrink too far. And it worked out great. Tires flattened out awesome and was getting great traction. Ended up outcrawling the twin hammers. So the reverse acclimation was a good ticket with that. Another note, the truck has been body lifted, guys. I lifted up the front post 2 notches, 2 holes on the front, 2 holes on the rear. Went up 2 holes. I also raised up the side rock sliders as well. Took the rock sliders off, put a couple thick washers underneath them, longer screws, and raised up the rock sliders. The front bumper, the front bumper mount, I reversed it. I took the front bumper mount out, flipped it upside down, put it back in, reattached the front bumper, which raised the front bumper up to match the body lift. The rear bumper, guys, that is some Gorilla Tape, guys. I took some Gorilla Tape and put it across the back on both sides to eliminate that gap that was there from doing the body lift. Back bumper needs to be raised up. You can flip the mount upside down, but if you do that, it raises the bumper up so high that you would literally have to cut this all the way out, all the way up to the orange in order to get it to fit properly. So ultimately, it needs like another front bumper mount for the back in order to get it up to the correct height. But right now I just have some Gorilla Tape across the back blocking that gap off until I get a different mount for the front bumper. The lights did go in the truck. They went in real nice. It does have sockets for the side marker lights. It does have sockets for the brake lights and for the backup light. It has sockets for this light. Didn't have sockets for the headlights or the turn signals, so I had to make custom sockets for each of those. Now looking at the inside of the truck, you can see what I'm talking about here. It already has the sockets for the bulbs on the side. It has sockets for these bulbs here, which is great. But you move along to the front, you have sockets for the side marker bulbs, but there's no sockets for the headlights or for the front turn signals. So I had to custom drill these out and hot glued the bulbs in place to get that to work. I'm one bulb short. I had a bulb burn out on me, so I need to get one more bulb for this turn signal and a bulb for each one of the side markers. So I need 3 more bulbs to actually complete the project. But I basically just used some hot glue after drilling the bulbs out, or drilling the holes out, and just attach the bulbs with hot glue. Alright, on the front of the truck, I used the Sharpie, the orange neon Sharpie for the turn signal lenses, and that worked awesome. Excellent job on those. Turned out great. Beautiful on both sides. The lights are currently running off of a 4 AA pack I have zip tied to the front. Gives me more weight on the front, but I can take this plug and plug it directly into the power cord coming off the ESC for the electric fan, because they make fans for the ESCs that will power the lights. So you could ultimately just plug this right into here and get your power off of the ESC. Right now I'm just getting my power off of this. I have a little switch just double-sided taped up to the top of the battery cover there, and that's where I'm getting my power from currently. Alright guys, there's our truck right there. Very happy with the truck, guys. Unbelievably happy with this truck. I really love it. After reverse acclimating the tires, total beast off-road in the snow. Worked awesome, unbelievably well. I actually plan on buying another set of these tires without the wheels and getting some regular beadlock wheels to put these tires on, because these are actually some pretty good tires. I really like them. But there's the truck, guys, all complete, good to go. All the lights work, except for the bulbs that I'm missing. So you've seen it in the video here previously. It does look pretty good with all lit up, but more stuff to come on the TRX4. Appreciate you watching, everyone. This is Jim from RC After Dark, and we'll see you all in the next video. Thanks again.